Amphibious ships are a crucial part of America's power projection overseas. So at Sierra Space 2018, I caught up with analyst and retired Navy man Bryan Clark to get his take on the current amphibious ship strategy. And it's often overlooked in the sense of an aircraft carrier could be a lot sexier than an amphibious ship. Is the strategy the Navy has right now the right one?
Well, thanks for having me on, Jeff. I really appreciate it. The Navy's, I think, still trying to wrestle with what exactly the amphibious fleet is designed to do. Just like the Marines have done over the last 20 years or so, figuring out how amphibious forces operate in a high-threat environment, how they deal with great power competition. What's the role of amphibious forces in an environment where it's not as permissive as it has been in the past? Has been very hard. So that's translated out into the amphibious force structure, because the Navy has sort of let the requirement to be defined by the Marine Corps of 38 ships, which they'll meet with 33 or 34 to the degree they can. But it's not really been, there's not been a lot of effort in terms of shaping that amphibious force structure to deliver a certain set of capabilities that are relevant in a future operating environment. So right now what you see the Navy trying to do is figure out what is the ARG's role in high-end warfare. Is it to just do the lower end stuff like you see in the Middle East? So we use the ARG as the naval force unit of issue. Right now, for example, amphibious forces are our primary force in the Central Command AOR because a lot of times the carriers are gapped. Right now, as a matter of fact, the carrier's gapped. They got to figure out how to bring another carrier in there to be able to support operations in Syria. And if that's going to be the case, then thinking about what's the role of the big deck amphib then in the future as the F-35 Bravo comes in and enables the Marines to have a fifth gen.
Well, you have the America. You
wing.
almost have a have a Marine aircraft carrier by the time it's working. By the time it's working.
Right. If it can carry 20 F-35 Bravos, then it can generate enough sorties that it's able to do similar operations to what a large carrier would do in the Middle East, in an environment like that, where you're looking at them to provide limited numbers of CAS missions or limited numbers of strikes against terrorist targets. So yeah, I think the Navy is making the best out of the amphibious force structure it's got, but they still have to formulate a better strategy for how amphibious forces operate in this future environment.